In this video, we're going to do the division problem 9x squared plus 12x minus 5 divided by 3x plus 2. This is the same as doing 3x plus 2 goes into 9x squared plus 12x minus 5. So whenever we do a division problem like this, we need to look at the first term here. In this case, 9x squared, and divide it by the first term over here, which is, in this case, 3x. So what do you have here? You have 9 divided by 3 is 3, and x squared divided by x is x, because that one x here cancels. So now you're going to take that 3x and place it above where the other x's are, and that's very important. We're not going to place it here, and we're not going to place it here. We're going to place it right above where the other x's are. And that will make sure that we have done every step correctly, because if some of the powers are missing, which they're not in this case, we would need to put them in. Okay, so now we're going to take this 3x that we just found and multiply it by everything over here. So let's do that. We'll take the 3x and multiply it by everything over there. So the 3x plus 2. And what do you have in this case? Let's move this over a little bit, but not that much. So you have to distribute. You have 3x times 3x is 9x to the second, and 3x times 2 is 6x. So we're going to place what we just found here right underneath. So 9x squared plus 6x. Now, we're going to subtract. So that means that we're going to subtract this, but because this was plus, when we subtract, it becomes minus. So we have 9x squared minus 9x squared, those cancel. And we have 12x minus 6x is, well, what is that? That's going to just be 6x, and now we bring down the minus 5. And now we need to start the process again. So we're going to start the same way we did before, start with the first term here. And in the last case, the first term was 9x squared. Here it is 6x. We're going to take the 6x and divide it by the first term over here, which is still 3x. And what does that give us? Well, the x's cancel, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So let's put the plus 2 right up here. Now, the same procedure. We're going to take that plus 2 we just found and multiply it by everything over here. So that will give us the 2 times the 3x plus 2. We'll distribute. So we have 6x plus 4. And now, if that's 6x plus 4, we need to take that and write it right under here. And we need to subtract just like we did before. So we'll subtract here, but because this was plus, it now changes to minus when we subtract. So 6x minus 6x is 0, so that cancels. But we have now minus 5 minus 4, which is minus 9. That's why it's very important to make sure that you have your signs here when you subtract correct. And now that is minus 9 out of what? Well, it's minus 9 out of what we circled here, 3x plus 2. So again, your final answer for this is 3x plus 2 minus 9 out of 3x plus 2.